10 new offensive coordinators in the National Football League, but there won't be one in New Orleans, as Mike Triplett is reporting that the Saints will retain Pete Carmichael as offensive coordinator. They will make one move, apparently, with Dan Rochar, who Dan coached running backs, offensive line. Last year he was the running game coordinator, tight end. He'll be the only one that looks as though won't be retained. But, Bob, this is a surprise to me. This is a football team offensively last year that had no identity on offense. They couldn't run the ball very well at all. And, man, you got to make some changes here. A lot of people don't. Oh, continuity is great. Continuity is great if you're successful. But if you're not successful, then you got to do something different. And apparently you can feel that way as an organization, and that's all great and fine. But if you want things to change, you got to do it differently. Well, I gave Charlie this stat. The last 8 games of the season, the Saints defense really played well. They gave up 118 points in 8 games. Bob, that's less than 15 points a game.
No, you should never lose.
They scored 118.
No.
That's why you 4-4. Well, because you couldn't run the ball and your passing game was erratic.
Well, and then you look at it, it's the same offense, but you don't have Drew Brees or Sean Payton.
Exactly.
And Pete Carmichael was involved in this. But if you look since 2006, for 16 seasons, the top 3 scoring offenses, then obviously a lot of this is Tom Brady with the Patriots. I got to look it up, but I know it's around here. It was like the Patriots, the Saints, and then the Packers. And you can figure it was Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and Aaron Rodgers. And, Mike, it does
make a difference.
And they all were averaging basically 27.5 to 28 points a game. and to me, if that's what you're averaging, then shame on your defense if you're not winning. Then that's the type of game you should win. But the one thing, when you change an offense or not changing offensive schemes and what you're doing, is that whether Sean Payton was coaching or Drew Brees the quarterback, whoever's the quarterback, you can't have all those giveaways. You can't have double-digit giveaways and interceptions and fumbles. Mike, that's when you look at it. We had, 25, somewhere around there. You can't have that. And, we weren't even in the single digits in the minus turnover margin. No, it's amazing I say this, that we even won, 7 games. Mike, that would be like a 2 or 3 or 4 win team.
Bob, your defense saved your bacon.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
they saved your bacon with this. They didn't come up with the turnovers, but again, people don't realize how big of an impact Drew Brees, Sean Payton had on this football team. And you can say, yeah, we're going through transition. Well, transition means you got to do something a little different.
Well,
you got to run the ball better, and that's something this team struggled with all season long.
Well, and I still think, let's change the running back coach. But the running back coach, he didn't tell Mark Ingram to run out of bounds.
Exactly.
He didn't tell Alvin Kamara to fumble. But somebody has to be a fall guy. And, Dennis Allen is focused on the defense. I still think he has confidence in Pete Carmichael. And it's very similar even to what they did with Sean. You look at the bounty game at times, Sean will let Pete Carmichael call the offense. If you can remember, I can't remember what preseason game it was, but Pete Carmichael was just starting, like I'm the offensive coordinator, play caller, and Ronald Curry called plays for a preseason game.
Yeah.
And he's considered the passing game coordinator, quarterbacks coach. So, Mike, I could see, not a two-headed monster, but the input that I think Pete Carmichael knows his wheelhouse as far as setting up the game plan. You'd always see him right there by Sean and Drew like the three-headed monster. That I could see now quarterback right now, Andy Dalton, who are you going to go with in the future? Are you going to bring in someone else? But I could see as far as that Pete Carmichael, still a big part of the offense, but he might help Ronald Curry and put his input that way and let Ronald Curry call the plays. I'm just telling you that might happen.
We'll see. Ronald's going to have a part in the Senior Bowl also, where they could give him an opportunity, a bigger opportunity there. It comes down to, Bob, this team has to make a dramatic move in the offseason at quarterback. And also to help your running game.
So when you say dramatic move, what does that mean? They're not going to bring back Andy Dalton? I don't know.
I'm not saying they won't, but if you think a rookie quarterback is going to walk in here and put his hands on this team and change it overnight, Bob, come on, you know that. That's not going to happen.